The Philadelphia Eagles just signed Ndamukong Suh, and a lot of people are wondering what this guy has left in the tank. Like, at 35 years old, is he still going to be a productive football player? If you guys just look at his tape from last year, he was pretty damn good. 7 sacks, 9 quarterback hits on a limited snap count. I think he definitely brings a lot of value for the Philadelphia Eagles, specifically in pass rushing. He's going to do a great job against number 77. He's going to be in a one-on-one situation. He's going to get his left hand to the inside chest plates, and he's going to use that left hand, and he's going to give a power move to number 77 right there. And he's able to get 77 off of him. It's a nice pass rush move. It's a nice power move, and that leads to him getting a sack. Now, here's the thing. Ndamukong Suh is a super smart football player. He's quick, he's explosive, he understands what he needs to do. In order to help on a defensive line game, he understands if he can jump into the center and eat up 2 blockers, that essentially would allow the other defensive tackle to basically go free. Suh understands the game of football, right? So really nice shot for him to take on the 2 guys. And look at as he's holding the center here, right? It's a big part of being able to run these games is to hold and actually take on 2 blockers. And he is able to get through there, and he's able to get the sack. Smart, high IQ football player is what Suh is now. I wouldn't expect a ton of production out of Suh at this age, but he can still play and provide a little bit of pass rush, right? The Eagles didn't look too good against the Commanders. I do think it was a one-off game. I think the Eagles defensive line is really good, but they still went out and they wanted to get some help. Obviously, Suh does provide some pass rush ability, but in my opinion, Suh really is going to make his money defending the run, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. But you guys see Suh, one of the things he does is he uses his hands. Oftentimes I talk about how important it is for a defensive lineman when with his hands, and even for an offensive line, right? You want to be able to use your hands. Suh's going to get that right hand. He's going to chop down on that guard's arms. There's the chop. Doesn't win right there, but it still gives him the edge, right? He's able to convert that into power. He's going to take that edge right into 76. And look at the power to move a guy right there. It's a nice job by Suh, and of course he finishes off with the sack. Keep in mind this play right here comes from last year. Still had it last year. Check this play out. Suh does not get the sack, but watch the fight, the power, the pass rush, being able to beat a football player and force the quarterback out of the pocket. It's a really nice job right there by Suh to force the quarterback out, and you guys can see they kind of rally. And technically they get a sack on this play, so he lost it 2 yards. But this is a good job right here to realize that he's being passed off by the right guard to the center. And when that happens, you don't want to attack the guy directly. You want to try to attack towards the guy that's passing you off, right? So in this case, it's the right guard. So you want to go to the center's right. That's exactly what he does. And he's able to get through that gap and shed and get some pressure. It's a really, really nice job. Let's get to the next rep. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump forward into the part of the video that I think the Eagles fans really want to watch, right? It's going to be that run defense, because I think that is why Suh probably was brought in, is to really help defend the run. The Rams are going to run an inside zone to the right, and watch Suh attack the outside here of the right guard. He's going to really reset the line of scrimmage. Watch the power, the physicality at the point of attack. Suh gets out of his stance. He does a great job taking on number 63, fighting 63 and setting the edge. That's a big part of being able to defend these zone runs. Your defensive tackles specifically have to be able to get penetration and force the running back to cut back. And then your backside pursuit has to be on point as well. And in this play, as Suh sets the edge, Cam Akers going to cut back to his left. And you can see he has nowhere to go, and he ends up losing a yard on this play. But that really starts because of the fact that Suh is able to get physical and set the edge. It's a big part of playing the game of football, stopping the run specifically. And in my opinion, last year, Suh had way more success defending the run than getting after the quarterback. Although he still had success getting after the quarterback. But against the run, he was doing things like this. He was shedding guys. He was throwing guys. He was making plays where the running back was not gaining any yards. This is a really, really nice job. You're going to see him once again create that separation between him and the right tackle, be able to move a guy, shed a guy, and get into the backfield and just blow a play up. That's a really nice job by Suh. This is something you should absolutely expect. Now, one of the things that I think people want to know with Suh is how mobile is he, right? Is he able to run? Is he able to shut down outside zones or pitches to the outside? And here's a good example of that play, right? You're going to see him do a great job chasing this from the backside and boxing this in and really having that backside containment. Now, I want to talk about this play just a little bit. When you guys look at the left guard has a reach block on Ndamukong Suh. And what the left guard has to do is he has to get to the outside of Suh, which he does, but he needs to stop Suh right here. Right, he cannot allow Ndamukong Suh to push the guy back and continue to chase this from the backside. And that's exactly what Suh does. He chases this from the backside. Number 73 has to stop Suh, and he's not able to do it. He kind of gets off the block here, and Suh just chases it backside, and there's nowhere for the running back to go on this play. It's a really nice job. Here's another play. You're going to have an inside zone here to the right of your screen, which means the right tackle here has to get to the inside of Suh. And you're going to see Suh quickly recognize what they're trying to do. He does not let that right tackle get to the inside. This is a really nice job of Suh to fight through it. Again, that quickness, right? That speed to not get hooked or get reached. And of course, he just continues scraping down the line of scrimmage here. And he's able to get there and help make the play. Again, Suh, in my opinion, last year, his tape really speaks for itself. He did a lot of really, really good things against the run. And maybe not every game, right? There was some inconsistencies. I do think that there's a chance that if he has to play 30, 40 snaps a game, he's going to break down a little bit as the season kind of progresses. But if you keep him in for 12 to 15 snaps a game, I think that's going to benefit him. And then maybe in a couple of weeks, you let him play 30 snaps, right? Maybe that one game where you really need him to step up. Overall, I think Suh's a really good football player. I absolutely love the pickup of Suh for the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, the Eagles already have one of the best defensive lines. Obviously, Jordan Davis is hurt, but even without Davis, they still have some really good football players. And adding more players like Suh and even Linval Joseph yesterday only makes this unit that much better. And I understand people are going to say they didn't have success against the Commanders. That is one game. You look at every other game outside of that, and the Eagles' defensive line flat out dominated. I want to wrap this video up with this final run play right here. You're going to see Suh do a good job taking on the double team. He's going to fight through it. 3rd and 1 on this play right here. And the Buccaneers are able to get the stop because Suh is able to get there and make the play. This is a really, really nice job by Suh. You know, these are the type of plays that, in my opinion, these are the plays that are going to help win football games. Again, I don't know how much he'll play for the Eagles. I know Robert Quinn hasn't played a whole lot. He's been averaging about 13 to 14 snaps a game. I do think they're holding off Robert Quinn to really understand the entire scheme and what the Eagles may want from him. Plus, maybe they want to keep him healthy as the playoff run kind of comes along. And I think the same could happen with Suh. But if that doesn't happen, if Suh plays a ton early on, I think his ability to defend the run is going to be very noticeable week 1. Hope you guys enjoy this video, man. If this is the first time you're on the channel, we do Eagles content weekly. Go check out some of the content we've done over the course of this season so far. Thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I'll see you guys next time with another video.